Hi everyone, it's Wendy. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my top favorites for July, and what I'm doing going forward and what I did last month is I'm doing 5 categories. So I'm doing, in no particular order because that's not how my brain works on Sundays, TV shows, books, luxury item, beauty product, and then other. So yeah, so I'm just gonna launch right into it. So my favorite luxury item will come as no surprise to any of you that follow my channel and watch me or come to my Instagram is my Valentino tote. I love this tote. I use it quite a bit now. I used it for about, I don't know, about half the week last week. And I feel like this tote is perfect because it can take you through any situation. You can go shopping with it. I feel like I can take this to work, and I do take this to work. I feel like it's still like a professional silhouette with just like a tiny little bit of rock and roll. I feel like this is something that can take you, you can take it, go out for dinner if you want to. You could even go somewhere like fancy, you know, like a steakhouse or something like that. I feel like this is just the perfect tote, you know. It really does take you throughout your day, any scenario, and I'm absolutely loving it. It's a clean silhouette. It's the smaller version of this. There's a larger version, and I love just the one little line of studs that makes it just a little tiny bit edgier and a little bit rock and roll. So just loving that. Second category is beauty products, and I went to the Chanel counter, and it's really hard for me to find blush because I'm Scottish, Irish, English, German, Canadian, and I tend to have a lot of pink undertones no matter what's going on. I even have a spray tan right now, and it doesn't matter. I have a lot of pink undertones, but I found this one. It's number 280 Golden Sun, and I find that I'm wearing it right now, and it's just a really pretty, whoever uses those brushes anyways, it's just sort of a warm, bronzy with just a little bit of color, and it's warm in here, like I'm waiting for my AC to kick on, but I just tend to have pink no matter what's going on. So this kind of just warms me up a little bit, gives me a little bit of color, and I'm really loving it. Staying in the beauty category, I bought this beautiful Chanel lip gloss, and there's no way I'm going to be able to see what this is. I should have checked before. I think it says 119, and I'll put it in the description box below. But it's really pretty. It's kind of a little bit sparkly, there, and it's got like a big flat brush wand, and it doesn't stay on as long as some other lip glosses that I have stay on, but I just really like the color, and I'm layering it. I bought this Solange, no, what is this? A Guerlain lipstick a few years ago. This is the second, and okay, let me show you guys what's going on. So you open it up, you pull it out, and a little mirror pops up. So if you're out somewhere, you can just like touch up your lipstick. And then this comes out, and you can buy whatever color you want. I wish I could tell you what color this is. This is the second one that I've bought. It's just sort of like a pretty nude color. I don't know what color it is. I'm so sorry. But it took me a while at the Guerlain counter to find one that worked for me because a lot of them were just too dark and too saturated. So I'm wearing this color with this lip gloss right now. I find that it's just the right amount of color. It's I don't like matte lipsticks at all because I've got aging skin, and especially around my lip area, it's aging. I've stopped getting any sort of lip fillers or Botox or anything like that, so I'm finding that it's even more important for me to nourish my lips and for me to keep them moisturized. And so this combo right here does the trick. And I'll leave that information in the box below. It's so hot in here, you guys, and I just went for a huge hike before this. It's only like around 11 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, but it's already really hot in Southern California, so I went for a huge hike this morning. So got my Apple Watch on, and yeah, so that's why I'm hot, and I just want to get this information out to you guys and put on a big nightgown and just sort of chill out. So this is my other category, and this is the only fragrance that I wear. This is the only fragrance that I've worn for a couple of years now. I've given a lot of my other fragrances away to other people. I had a Panthier one that I gave away, I think, to DDG LA Diva. I had a Creed fragrance, Lady in White or White, whatever, and I gave that to TDS Fashion World, I think. So I've been giving away a lot of my fragrances that I'm not wearing because this has sort of become my signature fragrance. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's by Le Labo, L-E-L-A-B-O, and the fragrance number, it's Lys, L-Y-S 41. And I'm not really good at describing fragrance, but this is just a really unassuming, pretty, feminine, kind of like a jasmine, like there's kind of, I feel like there's white flowers underneath it, and it's just like nothing I've ever smelled before. I like to just kind of walk into my fragrance instead of spraying it directly on, because I try to be sensitive, especially to people when I'm at work. So I'm going to show you what I do. I have the ugliest shorts on right now from my walk, and then I put my shut the front door. Dior. This is from Christy J Loves Purses. This is her store, and I love this shirt. I wear it all the time. I love to wear this shirt when I go get a spray tan because it's so loose and I don't have to wear a bra. I go get my spray tan and then go about my day. This is going to be the weirdest favorites video of life. So I'm going to show you how I put on my fragrance, especially in the day, in the morning. So I'll just spray it and just kind of like walk into it, because I feel like that's just enough. I don't spray it directly onto myself at all, because I feel like if you spray it in the air and then walk into it, it's subtle enough that it won't be too strong or overt in professional situations. So yeah, so far I've got my Valentino tote in the small. I've got my Chanel blush, my Chanel lip gloss, my Guerlain lipstick, and you guys, these are really cool because you can get these monogrammed too, so they make really nice gifts for people. And I got this at the Saks Fifth Avenue a couple years ago. And then my Lys 41 by Le Labo. Okay, TV shows. So I am way late to the party. Everyone's been talking about Stranger Things forever, and anyways, yesterday I was kind of looking for something to do, so I got on Netflix and I thought, you know what, let me see how many seasons there are here, and I saw that there were only 3 seasons, so I binged watched the first season last night. I started at like 5 in the afternoon or something. I could not fall asleep until I finished watching the first season, and I'm going to start watching the second season today. Absolutely loved it. I'm not a horror movie person. I don't like horror movies. I don't like movies with monsters in it. I'm kind of like a drama or like a comedy, but you know, I absolutely loved it, and I think the acting is phenomenal. Winona Ryder as the mom, she just will break your heart for how hard she fights for her son, and the little girl that plays 11, oh my god, she's just amazing. And the little boys remind me so much of some of my nephews, you know, and just their adventurous spirit and just, you know, the friendship that they have, and I just loved it. So highly recommend Stranger Things. I'm sure that all of you guys, or most of you guys, have already watched it, and I'm way late to the party, and I'm going to watch season 2 or start season 2 today. I left kind of like the best category for last, because the 2 books that I'm about to talk to you about are the 2 of my favorite books of all time, and I'm not saying that lightly. I am not saying that lightly. The first one, Daisy Jones and the Six, and the reason why I had to do this video early is because I have to return these to the library this week. Oh, they wouldn't let me renew it. Daisy Jones and the Six. I might actually buy this book and reread it. It's amazing. So this is about a rock band in the 70s in LA, and how they come to prominence and how they end up becoming like the biggest thing on the scene. And it's really cool because it's written kind of like interview style. So this one, Graham is one of the band members, Rod is one of the managers, and Warren is a band member, and then there's Daisy, and it's just amazing. It's really cool. Like, you feel like you know, like, each of the 6 people in the band and Daisy and Daisy's friends, you feel like you know them. Like, if they walked in the room, you would recognize them. Like, there's Daisy, there's Billy, and this is kind of like a cross between A Star is Born meets like Almost Famous. And for anyone who loved the 70s as much as I did, you will feel like you're right back there, you know, with the fashion and the music. And this is one of my favorite books. And not only is this like an amazing book, but the author of the book actually like wrote an entire album's worth of songs, like lyrics, and the songs are all phenomenal too. And because you don't actually get to experience the actual songs, you find yourself trying to imagine what the song would sound like. But you don't have to imagine for very long, because Reese Witherspoon has optioned this book, and just like she has brought Big Little Lies to HBO, she's going to be doing the same thing. So I can't wait to find out who she's casting as Daisy and Billy and all the rest of them, Warren, and I'm really excited to see this come to TV. And it was just one of my favorite books of all time, and the lyrics and the love story will break your heart. Honorable mention is The Immortalists. I'm actually by Chloe Benjamin. This book I read about 3 months ago. I recommended it to my book group. We're actually meeting today to talk about this book, and it's been several months since I've read this book, but this book is just amazing. I'm going to read you this, the dust jacket, or whatever this thing is called. If you knew the date of your death, how would you live your life? It's 1969 in New York City's Lower East Side, and word is spread of the arrival of a mystical woman, a traveling psychic who claims to be able to tell anyone the day that they will die. The Gold Children, 4 adolescents on the cusp of self-awareness, sneak out to hear their fortunes. The prophecies inform the next 5 decades. Golden boy Simon escapes to the West Coast, searching for love in the 80s San Francisco. Dreamy Clara becomes a Las Vegas magician, obsessed with blurring reality and fantasy. Eldest son Daniel struggles to maintain security as an army doctor post 9/11. And bookish Vara throws herself into longevity research, where she tests the boundary between science and immortality. This book is just like brilliant. So what it does is it follows the 4 kids. So the 4 kids go to see this mystical woman, and they go in one by one, and they're told, I will tell you the day you're going to die, but you're not allowed to tell anyone else, and you're not allowed to talk about it with your siblings. So there's 2 brothers and 2 sisters, and one by one they come out. They go in and they come out, and it rocks their world. You know, they're not, and the story kind of follows each of them in chronological order about when and how they die, and when and if it corresponds with what the mystical woman told them. So this book is just sheer brilliance. So read this if you haven't. The Immortalists by Chloe Benjamin. Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I might actually buy this book. I stopped buying books because I started adding it up and realizing that I was spending thousands of dollars a year on books, because I'm such a book junkie. So I started going to the library, and it's saved me a lot of money. So you guys, amazing. These favorites are all super duper duper favorites of mine. And this is like my perennial favorite because it's the only fragrance that I wear now. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, I'm going to come back every month and do the same thing where I talk about my top 5 categories. And if you feel like it, you can hit subscribe and like, and we'll be back to you soon. I'm going to actually do another video today on my coach Tabby. So have a great day, everyone. Much love to you. Bye-bye.